We're going to do a little work with composite figures this week. And some of you started learning about composite figures when you were with me in class. Some of you did not get to it, and that is fine. This is going to be your introduction. Either way, this will be a good practice activity for you. So composite figures, if you do not know, means that we've taken more than one smaller figure and put them together. And we have to find the area of that entire figure. So for instance, I'm going to grab my pen and I'm going to create a line across here because I can now see that I have a triangle and a parallelogram that make up this entire large figure that's outlined in the thick black line. So if I want to find the area of the entire figure, I can do that by finding my triangles area and my parallelograms area, and then add them together to get the total area of the figure. So we'll work each one of those areas out separately. I have a spot for my triangle and a spot for my parallelogram. So my triangle, if you look at your yellow formula sheet, you will remember, or maybe you have memorized by now, that the formula is area equals 1/2 times the base times the height. So I'm going to bring down my 1/2, and now I need to know what is the base and what is the height of my triangle. When I look at my triangle and I can see this is the base running along the bottom, I can start here and count how many units of length that is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My triangle has a base of 6. Now the height of my triangle, I can see goes this direction. Remember, height is always straight up and down. It is not our slanted side. It is straight up and down. So I can count from the top down is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units as well. So I'm going to plug in a 6 for my height. As I work through this, remember that all three things are being multiplied together. So 1/2 times 6 times 6. And I think the easiest way to work through that for us is to say, what is 1/2 of 6? I think everyone can tell me that 1/2 of 6 is 3. So I can turn 1/2 of 6 into 3, and then I still have to multiply it by my last 6 over here. So 1/2 of 6 is 3, and then I have to multiply it times my last 6. And so my area turns out to be 18 units squared. And I did not tell you what units we're working in, so we'll just say units squared. Now my parallelogram, if you look at your formula sheet, your yellow sheet, you know that the area formula is area equals base times height. So I'm going to look at my parallelogram and I'm going to count its base. Remember, base is always going across the bottom here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has a base of 6. When I plug that in, also a height is the top straight on down. So I can start at the very top point of my parallelogram and count 1, 2, 3, 4. I could also look on the inside as well. So I can find the height here, or I can find the height on the outside. It doesn't matter. It's the same distance, and that is a height of 4. So height of 4. So the area of my parallelogram is 24 units squared. I now need to add together my triangle and my parallelogram. Oops, I just realized that I wrote 26 and I said 24, so I need to change that. So 24 for my parallelogram. And then I get a total of 42 units squared. I'm going to do one more. We're going to talk about this guy. This is actually a trapezoid, but I want you to understand that that trapezoid is laying on its side. So even though you might have to look at it that way on a paper or on a digital assignment, we have to visualize it the way that it's supposed to look. So I'm actually going to rotate this guy around and show you that the base 1 is up here, base 2 is down here. So, and the height, I guess I should point out, is from top to bottom. So when I rotate this guy back to the way he was, the way we're supposed to look at him, we have to keep in mind that our bases are on the right and the left, and then our height is going this direction. So let me get my formula. From my formula sheet, it's all ready to go, and now I'm ready to plug it in. So my A equals, bring down my 1/2. The height of my trapezoid, remember, goes this direction because it is turned on its side. So the height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the two bases, showing that I'm going to add those together, I have to count them. The base over here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other one is 1, 2. So 6 plus 2 goes inside here. And I do want to remind you also, kiddos, that we did have the conversation that another way to find the bases are the two parallel sides. So this side and this side are parallel lines, therefore they are always the bases of our trapezoid. Working out my formula. Remember, I'm going to bring down my 1/2 and my 5 because I have to do what's inside of parentheses first. So that 6 plus 2 turns into 8. Now I'm ready to do all of my multiplying. And it makes sense to me to do 5 times 8, which is 40, and then find half of that. So let me show you that I turned 5 times 8 into 40, and now I'm ready to find half of 40, which is 20. So my trapezoid has an area of 20 units squared.